And coming to you live from I didn't think this through.
Where are we?
We are in. Where is he? I'm trying to look this up, but it just says Philippines. I don't know what city it is. Philippines, the Philippines. I am your host, Yaku of the Zaku. With me, the production of Light_VIP. It is the grand finals of the VTL, the first day, or as some would like to call it, the prologue of the SEA Games.
Yeah. We're finally here. It's the last week. Like, this is it. This is like the grand final week of VTL. And yeah, we're getting right into game. I'm just really quickly trying to tweet out and stuff. And
gotta go fast. Gotta go fast, man.
Yeah.
All right, I looked it up, and apparently there are actually multiple locations that
in
the events will take place. Yeah, in the Philippines.
Yes.
Because I don't think they have like a dedicated city.
Okay.
So, like, some events, certain for water, some events suited for being at your desk. But speaking of being at your desk, here we have it over in Acropolis. LE. LE, of course, stands for Legendary. No, wait, that starts with a Z. Or Z. Z rather than Z. Yep, Holden.
Yep, I just quickly.
I'm Holden.
Okay, go for it.
I'm Holden. E, of course, stands for Legendary Enigma. Legendary Enigma. That is what these two players are. Here we have it over in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. I forgot to mute Twitch. God damn it, I hate the sound of my voice. Representing Team GTV as well as the nation of Vietnam, playing for the clan Hong Kong or Team Hong Kong All-Stars, we have the number one Vietnamese player himself, the man of the fat cats, the man of the people, the man of
Hong Kong.
Man who beat Maru. We have Miomika. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Protoss, representing clan Mate Hexa, as well as the nation of Malaysia, and I believe he's also the Malaysian representative for the SEA Games. Well, I think Miomika is as well, now that I think about it, with StarCraft 2. But yeah, Ranger is as well from Malaysia. Yeah, Singapore also has 2, I was just thinking. I'm not too sure, but I should look that up later on. The Red Protoss!
It's going.
The Red Protoss playing for Team Heroes of God, the underdogs. They have had to win every week in the playoffs in order to get here, and now they are here. What can they do? The Red Protoss. We have Ranger.
Didn't work.
Nope.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's fine.
The casting tool.
Yep. It's fine.
So one thing to note is that this is a new patch. It's a new patch. Yep. We are using the older maps, but we don't really have a mod or any kind of mod to go revert what patch it is. Plus, I mean, the players also kind of knew that they were going to be playing on the patch. I mean, part of the reason why... Okay, to be fair, we don't know the main reasons why they didn't schedule it. They didn't play on Monday, like they rescheduled it today. But I would imagine that this is maybe not intentional, but kind of a lucky thing that they didn't have to play in 2 different patches.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly can't imagine these players have practiced a lot on the new patch.
That's what you think.
Yeah, I can't imagine, but they may have been practicing these past couple of days on the balance test mod that's been out for a while as well. So yeah, we'll see if it even comes into play, like the new balance patch.
Yep, definitely. I know that a lot of players particularly after BlizzCon, maybe not specifically our VTL players, since again they were still playing in VTL. they just said, yeah, screw everything on the older patch. It's just give me that balanced test mod. We need to practice because this is kind of the off season. We need to be ready for when the WCS circuit opens up again next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, sure. And yeah, we've got Ranger going for the Oracle first, and yeah, Miyamika, he's ready for it. He's already got spores. He's got a couple of queens. I can't imagine he's gonna get much done with this. Oh,
I could always get that stasis ward if Miyamika's are careful. He moves it a little bit, but the Pavan gets in the way. That Spore Crawler was actually body blocking, and it gets the queen and a handful of drones. Actually, initially it would have just been the queens, but yeah, he tried to back off, and Spore Crawler said nope.
Nice. Well played by Ranger. Like, he wouldn't have really gotten much damage on with trying to deal damage because of the spores. So using the Oracle anyway.
Just getting as just getting that little bit of damage. It's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Miyamika does already have a spore ready here, so not gonna get much done.
Yep. This Oracle has been reduced to a scouting unit. That's a very beautiful sort of Venn diagram of queens, if you will. Mm-hmm. Right? Because like the range overlaps. Yeah, you know what I mean. It makes sense. Ooh, something is dying, and it is this third base. The Adepts are out to defend, and it will chase Miyamika back for the time being. Some very nice use of SimCity there. One thing to keep in mind is that Ranger is getting Adept Glaives, and that is something that has changed in this new patch.
True. How have they changed it? Exactly.
Well, instead of... Because previously, Adept Glaives would give a sort of passive attack movement...
attack speed.
Not attack movement. Attack speed. Yeah, attack speed buff. In this case, it's kind of weird. You need to shade, and then once the shade finishes, there's about, I think, 6 seconds.
Oh, there's a period. Yeah.
8 seconds. Yeah.
That's caught in the middle of the map.
60 seconds. That he does completely surrounded. None of these shades will go through. That's why I was talking to Dali, and we were saying that one of those things to make the shade change acceptable is to have a sort of manual override on shade.
Yeah.
We might just continuing to get more and more pickoffs here and there. Like Adepts, they are not cheap units at all. They are one of the cheapest units that you can get as a Protoss player, but they do cost gas, even if they don't cost quite as many minerals as... No, they cost more minerals than the Zealot.
Yeah.
No, they cost the same amount of minerals as the Zealot.
Yeah, just more gas.
But they also cost gas. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, Miyamika can definitely throw Lings at Ranger. If he's picking off Adepts, he's still trading favorably.
Yeah, and Ranger, he's trying to get a little bit done across the map, but there's just so many Lings already here, and he's just going to trade so well against these Adepts.
Yeah, we can really see the change in Resonating Glaives take effect now. I think now Ranger has actually, shaded directly on top of himself, just so he gets that attack speed.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we have to think about, right? Like, you get that Glaives upgrade, but like it's only really good offensively. Like, it doesn't really, take into effect when you're trying to defend, right? Like, it's kind of a detriment, really. Well,
one thing is for sure, Miyamika is definitely respecting these Adepts a lot more than if it was in the previous patch. You can see him not jumping on top of Shades.
The Immortal. He saves the Immortal by lifting it up there.
Ooh, that he does, and now he's recalling them, but he will lose every single one of these Adepts. The Shade... Ranger is doing a good job of shading around, but yeah, the duration of this attack speed buff is just not significant enough, I don't think.
Yeah, like how many Adepts did he lose, and all he got were 3 drones? Like, oh my god, and he's not gonna have
28 in this entire game.
Jesus Christ.
At least 15 in that push.
Yeah, and it looks like with these sentries he will be able to defend, but he's not like in the position that he would want to be in. He is ahead in workers though, so there is that. Miyamika has been spending a lot of larva on these Lings, so he's not completely out of it, which is nice.
That he absolutely is not. Miyamika is still... He's doing maybe not quite Miyamika TM things, but he is doing Miyamika-esque
the army though, again.
Yeah, and this is not the best place in the world for these sentries to be. Trying to force field himself quite a bit, but actually putting himself in a little bit of a peculiar position.
Yeah, and now he's coming in with the shade, and again, like, he has this period of time where the adepts, you know, they have the increased attack speed, but it's worn out now. Like,
yeah, you absolutely need to watch that timer after the shade goes through.
Yeah,
it's not a lot.
It's definitely something that Protoss players are going to have to get used to. And here we go. Miyamaka is coming in with the Banelings. Oh, from behind as well.
From both sides. Very quick with the force field still, Ranger is. And now a lot of these Banelings, but there's just too many of them. Even if they were funneled in, the Adepts were not shooting fast enough. There were just way too many Banelings. And the Queens even take out the Warp Prism. I think this is Miyamaka's game.
Yeah, like losing that main army like that. He did save the Immortal, but what's an Immortal going to do against all of this?
Well, it'll definitely help with this Chitinous plating that Miyamaka is getting. Not going to help a lot with these Circlings, though.
Yeah, I didn't even see him get the Ultralisk then. Oh my god.
Yep, this is... I kind of feel like they had a bet earlier on. Ranger was saying, dude, just Ling Bane me. I will use the new Adepts. And Miyamaka was like, if you're sure. But this is absolutely way too much Zerg for Ranger to deal with. The Banelings can actually just bust through this by just killing off the Adepts and letting these Lings funnel through. This third base right now is going to go down. GG is called. Miyamaka going to be taking game 1 for the Hong Kong All-Stars.
Yeah, GG. And
yep, our favorite Hong Kong player.
Yep, the representative of Hong Kong, of course.
Yep.
And thank you, Daunted, for that.
Hey, 21 months.
Yeah, resub.
That is almost 2 years. Okay, I got this. Hold on, I got this. I actually don't remember where I put it. Did I delete it? No, I did not. Here it is. Okay. Let's go for Blue Jays. Because why not? No, I need to install that? Screw you. Why would you put it there if you... Oh, screw you. Okay, I guess it is just duck sounds. Let's go for the blue-winged teal. Because why not? Is that it? Okay.
What are you doing?
Look, I'm not a boomer like Steel, who quacks with his mouth. I have an app on my phone that makes duck sounds, so I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
I should download these. Oh, they're dog sounds, coyote sounds, bear sounds. Anyway, what were you saying? Bee sounds. Subwoofer test. Elephant sounds. Dude, okay. This is a lot.
Yeah, we're just confirming if... Okay, cool.
Yep. The rookie match. So, as we did say a couple of times, Heroes of God, not Heroes of God, the VTL does have a rookie match to be played after game 1. However, for the past couple of weeks, Heroes of God, they've been having a couple of issues in that department. You're getting a player in for the rookie match. I think they did have a Gold League player during the group stage, but he got good. He got it good and prospered.
So unfortunately, Heroes of God for the past couple of weeks haven't been able to field the rookie player, so Hong Kong have gotten a walkover. And now we're getting to the 2v2 match.
Yeah, here we go. The other thing which is interesting about the VTL, once again, for people who are just tuning in for the first time, the format is a little bit strange. The middle map will be a 2v2, and now these 2 players from the 2v2 match have to be unique players. You cannot use a player from the rookie match, a player from the first match, or the player from the 4th match. However, if you would like to use one of these 2v2 players for the ace match, that is acceptable.
Yeah.
And you can use any player for the ace match, really.
For sure.
You could send out your rookie player for the ace match.
You could. I'm not too sure why you would, unless they have like something special prepared. But
that's a lot of pressure. I just imagine it back from like the old Kespa days, right? Where they usually just send a rookie out to snipe one player, and they're like, "All right, this is the ace match. Everything is riding on you, player that was just signed, who is like 14 years old."
Yeah.
It's like
Just looking to see.
By the way, if you would like to, By the way, if you would like to see more of Ranger and Miomaika, well, they might come up again if we have an ace match. However, if not, the SEA Games will be taking place this. I actually don't. Wait, I should have been.
You should know.
Daunted. I love you, man, but I was not prepared for this. All right, SEA Games SC2. Esports of the 2019 SEA Games.
Wait.
StarCraft 2 has no details yet.
Wait,
but it will be around next week.
Hold on. What?
Alright, I'm holding on.
Yeah, what's happening in VTO chat?
I'm holding.
If Heroes of God forfeit, that's it.
That's it. They literally just played a single ace.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, we were saying that Ranger versus Miomaika could be like an ace match.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Okay, they're waiting for their players. They're waiting for their players.
Okay.
They're waiting for Radi, who is currently AFK, and somebody else.
Hong Kong All Stars do have their team ready.
Yep, B-Stork, who is a player that I think a lot of us are familiar with. He and Gogo Joey are really the two big names from Hong Kong. B-Stork in particular being a little bit more of an old school player.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people would probably say he's the best player in Hong Kong, but that's probably up for contention.
That's contentious.
Yeah.
That's contentious, yeah. I gotta say, Rotterdam would not agree with you, man.
Yeah?
Rotterdam would say it's Gogo Joey.
I'd say it's Miomaika, man.
For show, yeah, for sure, easily.
God damn it. But yeah, it looks like we do have Upley coming in for Heroes of God in the 2v2 match, and we are just waiting for our second
that we're pretty familiar with.
Yeah, the Zerg player.
Alright, so I gotta say, I've been looking at a lot of different articles. They did not say when the StarCraft or the Dota or any of the esports events will be taking place.
Nice.
But the SEA Games as a whole will be taking place from the 30th of November to the 11th of December. So if you're ever awake in the Southeast Asia or I guess East Asia time zones and you're looking for December 5th, there we go. Ranger with the insider information.
There you go. So do they already have a venue or a country for the SEA Games? Is it Philippines?
Philippines.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the Philippines. Yeah.
Ah.
I was literally still opening up the cast. I was literally opening up today with like, guys, SEA Games, Philippines, 2019.
Cool.
And we were literally saying they don't have like a dedicated city for everything. So some events will take place in one city and some events will take place in another.
I honestly thought you were just talking. Like, I wasn't sure if that was based off of anything. But it's good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, there we go.
Have you been to the Philippines before?
I have not. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit worried about going to the Philippines.
Well, like, depending on how the SEA Games does, like, I imagine at some point, unless they already have recently, the SEA Games will take place in Singapore. Like, if they do it in
it took place in 2015, which was the last SEA Game, or maybe it was the last SEA Game. But 2015 was like a big thing. Like, I think it wasn't initially supposed to be Singapore, but then we just like lobbied for it because it was like the 50-year anniversary of 2015.
Right. Did we have StarCraft at the SEA Games? No, back then.
Not then. No.
Okay.
This was still here. Not Heroes of the Storm. Heart of the Storm era.
Yeah.
Legacy was not out yet. Last SEA Games took place in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia in 2017.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it's every 2 years instead of every 4 years. So it's going to be a while before it cycles back to Singapore. But let me tell you, 30-year-old me. I never imagined I saw. That's kind of dark. 2021 will take place in Vietnam, Hanoi.
Oh.
There we go.
Should we go to that?
Sure.
We could.
I've heard great things about Hanoi. I've heard better things about Ho Chi Minh City, but I've also heard pretty good things about Hanoi.
Yeah, like we could go, we could meet up with ChiOt, could...
Yeah.
Would be very dependent on him for everything.
He'll go liaison.
Yeah. Don't know if he'd be okay with that. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Don't know. We don't know if ChiOt will still be living in Vietnam.
True. Yeah.
He does like traveling around.
Yeah, I mean,
and by that I mean he's lived in Singapore for the past 10 years.
Yeah. But I'm sure he'd be keen to return for that event.
Yeah, especially if we're gonna see Mio Micah and other C players. We might see Claire at that point.
We could.
He'll probably be Blisk.
But it looks like we have both teams ready.
There we go. We're not gonna be ending it early.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, Ranger's saying a lot of stuff, and I don't quite understand any of it.
Upley is telling him to shut up a little bit. That I understand.
Is there some trash talk going down? I don't know. Maybe.
Might be. Does Upley speak Mandarin? I mean, I guess he understands a little bit of it. Yeah.
Maybe. He could just be acting like he knows what Ranger's saying. I don't know.
Yeah. Basically what I do whenever anybody speaks Chinese to me. Anyway, the 2v2 map was still getting some things, getting a couple of things ready.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Ranger was just complaining a little bit about how difficult it is to get in touch with Heroes of God, like the rest of the team. They're just trying to get everyone here, essentially.
Yep, that is something. I mean, Heroes of God have had 2 forfeits so far, so that is something that we're starting to see the effects of, or starting to understand why.
Yeah, the thing is that they have to try and organize themselves as efficiently as they can, because Ranger's here, Radi's here, Upley's here, right? But
they haven't decided who's going to be playing.
Exactly, because after this, they need another unique player for Game 4, right?
Yep.
So they're trying to figure out how they're going to field this 2v2, right? Because you can't reuse players. So they're just trying to figure out how.
Yeah, even if they win here, if they forfeit the 4th spot, there will be no ace match.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're just trying to figure out who's going to play Game 4. Otherwise,
that is tough. Because if it happened in different circumstances, for instance, I mean, if Heroes of God had 1 additional point, say if they didn't forfeit that rookie match, then if they win here, that doesn't matter too much. It matters a little bit because they'll be going into the ace match instead of round 4. But at least they're still in the game, right? Yeah,
for sure.
But their life is definitely on the line.
And depending on how long this takes.
You too, Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger. But depending on how long this takes, maybe it gives the rest of their team enough time to come online, right? For Heroes of God.
Definitely. Well, we'll hope for the best. And speaking of the best, these 2 players are definitely some of the best in one of the best teams. Definitely the top seed for the VTL so far. In the top left-hand corner of the map, starting in the top left-hand corner of the map, are 2 lovely boys. Our boys, spelled B-O-I-S. Boys. Wait, I think Boy is actually the name of a city. I think it's like an actual name of city, Boy. I don't think it's Southeast Asian. I remember this, Boy, because somebody tried to meme it at one point.
I forgot about
the city
this clan
of Boy.
decal.
Yeah. You know what's even better? That's his partner right now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess we kind of gave it away a little bit. The players from Hong Kong All-Stars. One of them is B-Stork, and one of them really looks up to B-Stork. We have our players, Ratina and B-Stork. But yeah, for those who don't know, that is B-Stork in that clan decal, who is also playing right now. No, that's actually Go-Go Joey.
Yeah, it's Go-Go Joey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually Go-Go Joey. Yeah. What is I saying?
God damn it.
It's such a low resolution.
What are you talking about? It's fine.
It's such a low resolution. It's such a low resolution.
And in the bottom right.
I remember inside of B-Stork or Go-Go Joey. In the bottom right-hand corner of my Sony, in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. One of them is from Vietnam, and the other one is from also Vietnam. I think so. Yep. Both of them are from Vietnam. Both of them are Zerg players, and both of them are red and blue. Give it up for our players from Heroes of God, Uplee and Radi.
Okay. Wow. So,
Right, Zerg, Protoss, Terran. It's gonna be very interesting.
Ooh, already getting in a CV there.
No, it's pronounced Radi.
Yeah, Radi. This is one of those interesting maps where there are gold bases back here that they can take as third bases or naturals actually, because Radi hasn't expanded yet. So
I think that's one of the reasons why you vetoed this map.
Yeah. Did I veto this map? I don't know. I feel like we had a lot of... No, it's also because of this, right? Remember this?
Oh, that was a big thing. Yeah, we played 2v2s on this map, and that's two angles.
Yep. What's the production tab?
D.
D. There we go.
But you just gotta press that D.
Yeah. These natural expansions here are very wide open. It's like there's like a massive ramp on both sides.
A lot of avenues for attack. Definitely favors Zerg, if I would say.
Yeah,
which I'm a little bit surprised we didn't see some really aggressive link play coming out from these two players. But I guess it also is just as well. Ratina and B-Stork are being a little bit more conservative in that regard.
For sure. And also getting that very fast gold base as these two, they're still working on the rocks actually. So, yeah.
That they are. This is going to give a massive spike in economy for our Hong Kong All-Stars player, which will definitely come into play in the mid-game. I think we have seen some of these 2v2s go in such a way where, unlike the 4v4s or 3v3s that we often play, where we usually have one Protoss player designated to go Skytoss, a lot of the time in 2v2s the game does end in the mid-game with a really strong push, doing a lot of damage, and then having one player distracting two players with a good push, and having another one doing multi-pronged harass.
Yeah, and we do have this really strong push coming out across the map. We've got Immortals, Sentries, some Hellions as well, which are going to do really well against a pure Ling-based army. And yeah, I don't know if these players are going to have enough. They have a bunch of spines coming down actually, so that's going to help a lot if they fight in range, right? Like they could just like hit the north side or something and completely bypass.
They could definitely. I think Uplee did get a little bit of a scout earlier, maybe, perhaps. Anyway, I'm following you. But, yeah, this Banshee ain't gonna get much done.
Almost gets us around on the sentries, though.
And that would have been absolutely huge. You want to limit as many sentries as you can, because that's a lot of force fields, let me tell you.
Yeah.
A lot of energy, a lot of Guardian Shield, a lot of sentries, and the Terran your partners do also benefit from that Guardian Shell. A lot of force fields are going down.
we have the Hellions zoning out the Lings, and we have the force fields going down for the Roaches.
Yep, I really like this unit composition. We have basically Beastork focusing entirely for any Roaches, and we have Raptina preparing for the Zerglings in particular. One thing I don't think they really counted on was to have Hydras out this early. However, they seem to be doing just fine against them.
Yeah, able to push this back, and they didn't really lose any workers. Like, that was actually a pretty solid defense.
For sure. Beastork lost all of his Immortals soon, man.
Yeah, at the same time, there's a Ling run by, and it goes into the main. There's nothing here.
Yep. Ratina's attention was elsewhere in this moment, and he did not lift up fast enough. These Hellions are trying to chase down these Lings as fast as they can, but it's only one Hellion. Very, very nice surround on with these probes from Beastork, though. Not losing too much. I think only 5? Like, it says units lost 6, but I don't actually know how many of those were lost earlier. In saying that, though, this expansion, this natural base from Ratina is being heavily pressured. Beastork's still trying to do whatever he can with this Warp Prism and these Stalkers, but I think our Zerg boys have done it. I think they have repelled the early game push from our Hong Kong All-Stars players, and they're getting into that comfortable mid-game position, and they're starting their transition uply with the Spire, Ratty with the Root Lurker then. Yeah,
already working on these rocks to get another gold base.
That's Ratty.
Yeah, but this Stalker harass just continues. Like, he may be able to set the Warp Prism, but...
That's not something you hear every day. Stalker harass with a Warp Prism.
Yeah.
But Beastork, he's doing it, man. That is something he's doing. One thing that I think we'll have to keep in mind is that Lurkers are one of the big things that have changed for Zerg in this patch. The time to build the Lurker Den has been decreased. The initial range on Lurker's spines, like their Lurker attack, has been decreased. However, they can get an upgrade which increases their range to more than it was before.
Yeah, I actually really like the compositions that the Zerg players are going for. You know, we have Radi going for Hydra Lurker, and we have Uply going for Mutas, actually. They're already out on the map.
And I think this is something that in a 1v1, I know particularly for CBT, you want to go for that Lurker Spire. You want to go either Mutalisks or Corruptors, just, you know, so that your Lurkers can do damage on the ground and you don't really have to worry about Liberators too much. And they're just sort of divvying up the tasks, so to speak.
Yeah. So they're like complementing each other really well. Oh, but the Warp Prism gets caught.
That indeed it does. This is a huge victory for Heroes of God. Saying that though,
we do actually.
Yeah,
we do have Ratina going for Bio, which is quite an interesting transition to go into.
Yeah, these armies aren't very big from Ratina and Beastork. It's a little bit. I mean, the 2v2 UI is a little bit unintuitive, but if you just minus off the worker supply from the total supply, that's not looking good for Hong Kong All-Stars. And what's definitely not looking good are these Mutas in Beastork's gold base. And now into the... That's a lot of Mutas, and that's not a lot of anti-air. And especially not anti-air that can really get there quickly. All of these probes are starting to fall. 39 worker count right now for Beastork. That ain't good.
Oh, he gets caught out though.
Good.
The Marines come in as well to help out.
Yeah, but those Marines were from Ratina's push. Ratty now is starting to push out as well with these... Dude, I could not even speak. As a Terran player, I could not even speak.
Yeah,
I was just... I knew what was about to come. I knew what was about to come, and that was massive move. Two Colossus here. Without the seismic spine upgrades, they do outrange Lurkers, especially with that thermal lance.
For sure.
So this can definitely be what keeps Hong Kong All-Stars in the game. Already starting to melt down. Yeah. Although these Colossi were melting the Zerglings. I don't think they'll do as good a job with these Banelings, no! Guardian Shells do come up, and a lot of these Banelings do crash into Stalkers or Siege Tanks, but that was about it from Hong Kong All-Stars. Some of these Marines are starting to come down now, but I think there's just way too much Zerg here, especially way too much Roaches. GG is called. And Heroes of God are still in this.
Yeah, wow, well played. Both Upply and Radi complementing each other really well with their Zerg styles. You know, going Spire and going Hydra. Yeah, getting the early gold bases as well, and pushing back that strong like Hellion Sentry attack that the Hong Kong team tried to pull off.
Radi is so pumped right now. We are gonna go into game 4. If we can get the player.
We would
if we can get the player for Heroes of God.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have a player ready though.
Well, they have. Yeah, they do have somebody in mind, and I'm not sure how this worked, how their preparation worked out. I do believe they did tell them to be on standby, but they just don't seem to be on the line right now. If anybody can reach them, we're in saying that, we don't mean if anybody from like their team can reach them. We're literally opening up to anybody right now. We're opening up to the audience. If you can reach the player for Heroes of God, then please do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem the case right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have a fourth player.
You get confirmation from ChiOt. That would have been painful, honestly, because the admin Madir, our admin, is coming on to say that they will have to forfeit that third spot. The final score will be a 3-1 towards Hong Kong All-Stars. That is, man. I mean, I will say that I am a fan of Hong Kong All-Stars. I like a lot of these players. I like Mio Micah. I like Beastork, but they had to win that 2v2 map in order to keep in this game. And Upply and Radi showed that they absolutely have great players on their team. Like, even Ranger, he didn't particularly win his game versus Mio Micah, but he did something. He was experimenting a little bit, and he still, while experimenting, was able to get some things done. And to Upply and Radi, who just absolutely played their hearts out in that 2v2 map, to not be able to have to give this forfeit, it is absolutely painful.
Yeah. I mean, especially with Ranger, you could argue that, like, you know, because of the new patch, like getting used to the newer depths, like it's, you know, it's still something that he's not used to and he's still like trying out and stuff. But like, especially with this 2v2 match, you know, Upply and Radi, they were able to come out and perform really well against like arguably better players, right? Like Beastork, like he's a beast, like in the C region.
He's in contention. He's absolutely in contention for #1 in Hong Kong.
Yeah, and they were able to, you know, take a win out and continue the series, but it's just a little bit of a shame that they don't have the players to go on, right? And especially like in a situation that we're in, right, where we're in the finals, you know, and to be forfeiting like this, it's just a shame, especially for the players who showed up.
Absolutely.
Right? Like Upply was
for sure.
kind of talking about
Upply
it as well.
Upply was expressing a little bit of frustration. Ranger and Upply and Radi, I think, were absolutely, throughout these playoffs at least, we didn't get to see everything in the group stage. We've had our issues of Heroes of God, like a lot of players not really showing up, but Ranger, Upply, and Radi, those are the three who every day when they were told, hey, there's a match today, they showed up, they were in game, and they fully expected that they were going to play, but then just like, told, no, gonna have to forfeit.
You know, they're here and they did their best, and you know, they have like, you know, respect to them, right? Sure. Like for playing. It's just
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, GG.
GG for sure.
For the players.
This has
Yeah. And
it's great to see more Mio Micah, I gotta say. We didn't get to see him too much in the group stage, and then obviously in the playoffs, Hong Kong All-Stars were the #1 seed, so they've just been waiting here. But getting to see Mio Micah again, that was absolutely sick. Upply and Radi, GG's. Again, played their hearts out. Yeah, Mio Micah, best players in Hong Kong. Best player in Hong Kong.
Yep, so this was day 1 of the finals. Day 2 we'll continue this on Friday. Unfortunately, we won't be able to cast it as it does clash with our regular tournament schedules. But
I'm hoping Heroes of God wins that though, because if they do, we will get to cast the Sunday Ace match.
Yes. If Heroes of God are able to pull it together and take a win on Friday, then we will be able to cast them on Sunday for the Ace match series and grand final of VTL.
It shouldn't conflict with GPO, I'm hoping.
It won't. It won't. It's hard though because
I'm hoping I'll also be able to heat in between.
What it will conflict.
It might
with
clash with Aodai.
Yes, it will conflict with Aodai, which is a little bit of a shame, especially for someone like Upley who regularly competes in it, as well as the other players in Heroes of God.
Was he on like 6 or 7 Aodai championships at this point?
I think it's like 5 or 6. Like he's up there with like Justice Simon. Like they kind of been like trading wins recently. But yeah.
It's them and I forgot who this other player is, and I'm so sorry. Protoss Dam, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's between those 3 really in the Aodai.
Yeah.
But
yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. A little bit of a shorter stream today, but yeah, we wish these teams well on Friday.
Yep, for sure. And we would like to remind everybody once again that not necessarily around this time, but it usually does bleed into this time, the Masters Swan Open that will be this Friday. So anybody that is not region locked, but it's kind of a soft lock because it takes place at the times that's friendly for East Asia and Oceania. But if you are awake from a region not from there at any point and you decide, you know what, why not? Just sign up for the Masters Swan Open. They'll be open to any player up until 4.9k MMR. Just hoping that the issues of maps and stuff will be fixed by then.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's a lot of issues right now with matchmaking in StarCraft, and hopefully it gets resolved.
Yeah, we might just use last season's map pool if there are still issues this Friday.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully Blizzard are able to fix the issues in time.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, that's it for us today. Also, really quickly, on Friday we will also be raffling off some Home Story Cup bundle codes.
There we go.
Yeah. So
there should be a link on Twitter to, by the way, twitter.com at CranKy_Ducklings, which will give you some information on how you can participate in that, and the winners will be declared on Friday during Master Swan, I believe.
Yes. You don't have to be there live to receive it. We're just going to be, calling out who wins, as we have 10 codes available, and so far, last I checked, there were 141 entrants. So
okay, I was gonna be like, is it ethical as a staff member to sign up for this?
I'm not sure. I haven't signed up for it. I already have the bundle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
You can if you want, I guess. If you win, it'd be kind of rigged.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd rather just pay through the Matcherino if it's still available.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of money in my bank account now.
If you want to support us or Home Story Cup, then you can, of course, join that raffle and potentially win a code. And I do know that depending on how many participants, Kura is thinking about increasing the amount of codes we give away. So that is potentially possible, because right now we're giving away 10. She was thinking about increasing it to 15. We'll see.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not 16 because of her name.
It may be 16 because of her name. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.
Absolutely. In case we don't get to say it again on Sunday, then if you would like to see more of Mio Micah, more of Ranger, some Whisk, and some, I believe Lobo is the other representative for Singapore, and Ender as well, the representative for the Philippines. 5th of December, StarCraft 2 will be played for the first time ever during the SEA Games, and it's probably not going to be at a particularly friendly time for some of our more EU or NA viewers. But if you're from the OSC region, it might actually if you're actually in the Oceania and like ANZ region, it might actually run a little late because it'll probably be like Philippine times evening night. Or actually, I don't know how this works. It's the first time esports is going to be played there, but there are some events, from what I've gathered, a lot of events are played in like the evening when it's not so hot. But that is not really an issue with StarCraft 2 or Dota 2, and I think they're also having Counter-Strike there. I don't really know how it works. Look, 5th December. It's gonna be played. There'll be a stream somewhere. They don't actually have it's entries, not entrants. What are you even talking about? Oh, the raffle.
Yeah.
It's entries, not entrants.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because entrance is referring to like the people who signed up, whereas entries are like, yeah. Like, I don't know how Gleam.io works. I'm assuming that for each like retweet and each like follow, it's a different entry.
Yes,
yeah.
So an entrant can get up to like 5 entries.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, around that. But yeah, thanks for watching. And we will see you guys again on Friday for Master Soul Open.
Mwah. Goodbye.